Hey everybody, it's Major League Hats, and on today's episode we are going to talk about the freshly released, the freshly dropped 2019 MLB Spring Training Hats. So stay tuned! Okay, so if you guys have seen, on Monday, February 4th, MLB Shop and Lids just dropped the batting practice spring training hats for 2019. I've been hearing a lot of different things on YouTube, and here's my problem about that, is I don't feel like you guys are getting a valid opinion about the spring training hats. And the reason why I say that for a couple reasons. One, a lot of people have said that these hats are freaking great, blah blah. No, they're not. These hats are basically recycled hats from last year. And I am going to go over the differences and the subtle changes of the features. I will tell you my opinion here in just a moment. And the reason why I say these are basically recycled designs for the most part is because they really are. If you go back and look at, spring training hats from last year, they were made out of the Pro-Lite material, and I will show you a hat of that in just a second. And then the previous year, they were made out of the mesh type material. But basically, the hat designs are basically the same. There's not really a lot of variations. Now, with that part being said, I do like some of the hats this year that they came out with. And I don't know if it's because I didn't see these hats last year. I do know a couple ones are completely different, and I will tell you about the ones that I picked up or that I will be picking up. And that's the other thing. I see all these posts on Instagram of people just posting pictures. But you know what? Not me. If you go and check out my IG page at MLHats5950, you will see that I picked up a couple hats. Well, I did the pre-order. They're supposed to be shipping around the 13th. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. You hit your notifications. So as soon as I get those hats in that day, I will be uploading a review on the 2019 spring training hat. And that just pisses me off that, okay, you're posting pictures and you're developing your opinion based on what? Pictures and the description box? No, you gotta hold the hat in your hands. You gotta look at it. And I don't know what the deal is. Maybe you guys are trying to wiggle your guys' way into some sort of sponsorship deal with MLB Shop or some bullshit like that, or with Lids. That's not me. You gotta give a fair opinion about the hat if you are gonna call it a review. Overall, depending on the team that you root for or depending on the team that you like, which I guess basically means the same thing, root, like, same thing, or depending on what kind of hat collector you are. Like in my case, I am a Giants A's fan. I like the Nationals. I like the White Sox because of particular reasons. But I also like cool looking hats. And because of that reason, the hats that I will be picking up, and I'm just going to tell you a couple, but I picked up the San Francisco Giants gray one. I picked that one up just because, nothing really special, it's just an SF, so I'll show you that hat when it comes in. But the other hats that I picked up the 3-panel Washington Nationals hat. If you have not seen that hat already, I will post a picture up here at the top here. That is one of the better spring training hats that they have as well. The other hat that I picked up, and I think this freaking hat is freaking awesome. I picked up an Oakland A's hat, and this thing's just freaking awesome. Take a look at that picture right here of that hat. This is one of the better spring training hats, in my opinion, out there, along with the Nationals. So if you're contemplating of getting a spring training hat and you're not really sure which one and you don't really care what team it is per se, I would definitely look at the Nationals, and I would definitely look at the Oakland A's. Another hat that I am potentially going to be picking up because I just think this is a really good design and I really like the logo. I like the Detroit Tigers with the tiger face, and I'm going to show you a picture of that one right there at the top. I just think the details in the tiger face are really cool. I'm not sure if they've had this type of design before, but I saw this one and I'm like, I got to pick that one up. Other two hats that I am contemplating getting is I would like to pick up the Seattle Mariners one. That one looks really cool. It has an M right here and it has a star coming out the sides of it. I'll post a picture of that one, but I really like that design. I think that one actually would be a really cool tattoo design. We'll see about that for when I do my next tattoo. If you guys have not been following me on Twitter and Instagram, you will see that I got my ML hats tattooed right there on my arm. So if you want to go check that out, go check that out on my Instagram page. And the final hat that I've been looking at is I've been looking at the Cincinnati Reds. I really like the logo. I really like the design. It's kind of basic, but the way that they have the black paneling with the red on the side, it looks really good. And I'll post a picture of that one. An honorable mention though, and this one isn't really new or anything, but I do kind of like the Tampa Bay star logo. I think that one would be a really nice design just in general. It's not like the hat though that I have to like go get. It could be potentially the last hat that I get out of all the hats that I mentioned previous. Overall, I feel like they have some great hats. If you are not like too picky on which hats you want to get, I would definitely go pick up one of the hats that I mentioned. Somebody on Instagram did say, hey, how about the Marlins? And I'm like, the Marlins looks too much like their normal regular home Marlins hat, you know, with the black style and the new Marlins logo. There's nothing special about it. Now, I am going to tell you, the one thing that I do not like about these hats though, and it's probably just me, is that on their side patch this year, all they have is like the Arizona flag type deal and the Florida grapefruit tree type deal on the flag, but they don't include the year, and I don't like that. I wish they would include 2019 on the side somewhere. I'm just, as you guys have heard me in the past, if you guys are subscribed to my channel, I wish New Era would come out with like a year tag on the hats. That way you can kind of document what year the hat was from a little bit better. And when these side patches have the years on the side like that, it just makes them stand out to me a whole lot better. With all that being said, I wanted to kind of go over a couple of the spring training hats from the previous years. I really like the hats that they have coming out this year. And not just because I like them, you know, but because they are so much better than those crappy ass Pro Light hats. And you're going like, well, I like those Pro Light hats, Major League hats. Look, Dislike Dweeb, okay, you like them, but those hats honestly were freaking garbage. Yes, I know they're trying to make them, you know, lighter. They're trying to make them where they can soak up more sweat, and I guess that is very good if you live in a humid area. But to me, they are crap. The logos were ironed on, they were cheaply made, and if hats were a little bit cheaper, I would buy one, or if somebody donated one, I would buy it. And I would destroy it just to prove how cheaply made that hat was, and they're charging 40 bucks for that hat. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please stay tuned because I will show you that hat in just a second. But to start things off, we have, BAM! This is the 2017 Chicago White Sox Batterman type hat, all black. They do have a 2019 version of this one as well, so they didn't really do much to change that. But if you look, they have a nice mesh crown on the top. You got your nice like mesh type material bill going on. As I've told you, this is what I like. I like seeing the AZ patch on the side with the 2017 year. That way I know it's from 2017. This is glued on, ironed on. It's not stitched on or anything. So I guess that's okay. I guess I can live with that compared to how the 2018 hats came out, and I'll show you that one in just a second. But you got a nice Batterman logo on the side, white New Era flag right there, white button. Underneath, gray bill, gray sweatband, 7.5, made in China, 100% polyester, exclusively engineered for MLB players, if you guys can see. So this is one of my favorite hats because of the material and the way it fits. Check this out, fits really good. And like I said, if you haven't picked up one of these hats and you are a White Sox fan, I would definitely go pick up the 2019 version. There is no difference from the 2017 year. But then let's move on to the 2018, and that is where everything changed. So in the 2018 year, Major League Baseball, and I guess New Era, the folks that designed the hats for the players to wear, decided they wanted to go with a more lighter hat, lighter material, and with the hat that could potentially soak up the sweat a little bit better. So they came out with these Pro Light hats, and these are freaking garbage. So you have a plastic glued on logo, SD right there. I like the color at least, so that's in navy. You got your white front paneling right there, which is really nice. You got your nice navy bill right there. But check out this fabric. It is so crappy to me, it is not even funny. You have your standard glued on, ironed on AZ 2018 patch, which I told you I like because I like the patch with the year. And even on the back, it's crappy. They have a glued on, ironed on Major League guy, and that is freaking terrible. Got your navy button. Underneath, they did a good thing. As you can see, I have not worn this hat because it's garbage. I bought this basically for a review, and you see they charge 40 bucks for this crappy hat. And it's funny, you know, it's supposed to be Pro Light material, but it's still made in China, and it's still 100% polyester. So that is freaking garbage. So, I mean, the hat design itself, like if that was like, you know, a wool type hat or something different instead of this Pro Light crap, it wouldn't be a bad designed hat. But since it is this Pro Light to me, cheap ass material. The logos are cheap. Like I said, if somebody would donate me a hat, I would tear it up just to show you how easy it is to peel one of these freaking logos off, because you take all these off. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, even the New Era flag is plastic and rubbery. It's like there's nothing on this hat that says good quality. And yes, a lot of hats nowadays are made in China, so you might think, or Bangladesh or Thailand, you get the point. But they don't scream high quality in a sense. And a lot of people are going to say, that's why we wish they would go back to USA made. But this is what we have, and so this is what we get. But this one just screams crap. The profit margins on this freaking hat must have been huge, because I cannot see this kind of hat costing very much to manufacture. And that just brings me to my point for this year's version. This year's version, if you guys have not really took a really good in-depth look at them, but they kind of rip back to that mesh style look. They have the stitched on logos. They have the stitched on Major League guy, the stitched on New Era flag in the back. The only thing, like I said, that's ironed on is the AZ or the Florida patch right there on the side with no year attached. So if you guys want to see that hat review, make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel. Make sure you guys set your notifications. I hope this brought you a little more insight on what a real opinion about these 2019 MLB Spring Training hats are. If you should go get them, like I said, just depends on the team that you like. If you've already got the 2017 Spring Training hat of your particular team, there's probably a good chance it didn't change it up that much for 2019. But if you got the 2018 Spring Training hat, get a new one. Definitely get a new one, because like I said, to me, those are garbage. So I really appreciate you guys for watching my video. Please make sure you guys leave a thumbs up if you liked my video. Trying to get 30 thumbs up in every video. Make sure you guys enter in my 2 contests. The first contest is pick a number between 20 and 120. I'm going to roll 20 dice, and the person that picks the correct number will win one of 2 hats. So make sure you do that. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at mlhats5950. That way you can see what I'm up to. I got some cool things coming up. Also, I try to do a podcast on Thursday around 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. So if you're not doing anything on a Thursday afternoon, feel free to join me, join the conversation. Let's talk hats, let's talk sports, or anything that might come up. I try to make the show between half hour. I don't want to take up too much of your guys' valuable time. All right, you guys, thanks for watching. This is Major League Hats out. Bye, everybody. See ya.